Greetings. Welcome to Thursday Thrills, the 84th edition, Thanksgiving edition. We talking about Thanksgiving. I know everybody's gonna pick down. I know it's a gluttony type holiday. Man, this is like the pinnacle, almost ending of Thursday Thrills. So when you're in Thursday Thrills, you just think about a lot of things. You just think about what you're gonna say in that moment, and you just see like, okay, what's going on here with the stuff and what we're here for and all this other meaning. And you just look at it, like I just look at the whole series and that's just what it is. I mean, yeah, I first started 2 years ago in 2021. It had plenty of views. Start off as a panel, 8 hours, you saw it, but if you saw part two, it was 3 hours. It wasn't really much. Did that for myself, I believe. And I had a shorter panel then. That was the second Thursday Thrills. But that third Thursday, see, the first one was based off Friday's Special Madness. That was my first. And when I had Thursday Thrills, that was a hit. That was like 8 hours. When I did the second one, that was like 3 hours. And then when I did the fourth hour one, it was something, 2 hours straight. And after that, but that fourth one, oh, that was a long one. That was like 8 hours. Man, that's them StreamYard days. I did that shit. And then the most infamous one that got the most views out of all of them around this period was the fifth one. The fifth one did a lot of damage. Man, we trolled that fucking coon, man. He called himself the coon. Like this guy, fuck that nigga, by the way. But I'm just gonna say it right now, fuck that nigga, by the way. I don't care if he's satirical. That nigga is not funny. He ain't satirical. Get the fuck out of here. Anybody said that nigga's satirical is a fucking loser. Stop it. Nigga's garbage. He got bodied by two niggas that used to be in the Navy, but we ain't gonna get into their backgrounds. Y'all know who I'm talking about. So shouts out to Cerulean though. But that coon nigga was crying and begging. He said, please stop, help me. Try to tell me. He said, please. It got that boy. Y'all go and enjoy that one. That was a great, dope conversation on that one. But the sixth one was good too. I like that one too. But number 7, man, 9 hours. You already know how that was. I was doing them long live streams on Thursday Thrills. Y'all saw it. 10 hours was probably the most one on here. And 7 hours, we did 6 hours one time. Inconsistency of the culture, 6 hours. We didn't do it whole long, 7 hours. The 10th one. When we did number 11, that was like the 8th one. I went really crazy on that. All the streams, man. Just check every one of them. And then I had the shorter ones, and I decided to just look at the things, and then the analytics edition was crazy. That was 3 hours. I went crazy on that one. And you just start seeing it. This phone is fucking with me right now. It's just fucking with me. And then you start looking at what's what. Then you start looking at Thursday Thrills. Once it started getting to 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. And it was different then. I was changing, and the views were different because everybody's coming out of that pandemic, 2022. Did a lot, man. It wasn't a whole lot. And then I did 2 hours, and I trimmed it down to 1 hour. So yeah, I trimmed a lot of shit down. Yeah, I had panels on the rest of the way. Had 40, 41, 42, 43, and then 50. I trimmed it down. It was 2 hours, and I did it longer than that. And then I trimmed it down to 1 hour, and I stopped dropping the links. I decided, and then 5 months ago, I think about 5 months ago, I kind of stopped. And I realized that it was enough is enough. And then I kept doing 1 hours ever since. It probably started 5 months ago when I did Thursday Thrills, I believe 60. Thursday Thrills 60 is when I started. And it's 80 something right now. It's just everything's an hour. I done cut back, and I got tired, and I said I was gonna make a progression. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know that was gonna happen. And I'm just looking at it like, okay, bro. But it was just so much. But you gotta understand that's the type of time we were on. So when you're on Thursday Thrills, you just basically what you have, right? This ain't an hour Thursday Thrills. I repeat, this is not our Thursday thrills. It just goes to show you where we at. They said this is weak. Okay, this connection is crazy, by the way. I don't know about the weak connection and all that. Some nasty work here. Some nasty work here. It's some nasty work here. Some nasty work here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's some nasty work here. I'm just trying to get it off the screen though. So I'll switch it back. That T-Mobile will be lagging. But it is what it is, because I gotta get this recording out. And so, it's pretty much like all the stuff that you see and what on YouTube and things like that. So my back's against the wall and all that other stuff. And it's just like it goes to show you. And then, and I'm just like looking at it like, oh my God, okay. And then, playing Gungrave is like I enjoy that game, man. That's the best hack and slash. It's better than Bayonetta, but it's a mixture of that and of God of War, whatever. You still upgrade your character and stuff like that. It's a good hack and slash game. It's like you complete the level and then you just escape. They all have that. They all it's like a puzzle, and it's like most hack and slash do. But Devil May Cry, you got those type of stuff, and then you have a bloody palette. You just constantly start killing shit. That's why it's hack and slash. You hack a weapon, go in there and just do damage on demons and stuff like that. But you have that in Devil May Cry series. They're the kings of that. And then you have God of War. A lot of people prefer God of War. I prefer DMC. I love the series. I've played all five of them. Not the one, the new Devil May Cry, like the weird shit they be on, and then his hair turns white as that stuff is lame, bro. Somebody that did that was stupid. They was just desperate. They didn't know what the hell they was doing. They just want to hate on the third game. The third game was popular. They saw that anime look of their bodies, and they say, they just took it too far. If they stuck what they did in the first two games, the third game was magnificent. The fourth game was very impressive, by the way, and it was powerful. But then when the fourth game got popularized, they saw the anime look, they took it too far and it made this the DMC with the capital D and the lowercase m and the C. That's the worst one. Like we trust it, it's not even a part of that the genre. And I'm glad they made the fifth game to just separate itself, and the fifth game just blew it out of the water. Now I like the difficulty levels. I like all of them, but the one I didn't like is Nero being one dimensional on that one. He's stuck on that one still, and I'm gonna leave that one alone. Give that to his father. He can control that. That I'm just gonna leave alone. It just goes to show you that where we at now is a group, and you just look at it what it is. But yeah, most of these games I done played, done went through and went to the ringer. So this is not a hour live stream. This is a pre-recorded Thursday Thrills, and this is in the afternoon. It's 2 something, and I'm telling you, man, I'm enjoying this break, but I don't celebrate the Thanksgiving, the idolatry month for the Edomites and the Americans, of course. And it's just, other nations is crazy. That's what they celebrate. That's what they look for into certain things. We got to get over that. Got to get over that fact. So basically, what I'm saying is, this chair is about to go. It's about to break, bend, and I'm feeling uncomfortable. I'm trying to sit a certain way, and metals and shit. It's probably wood and metal. I might have to have a cushion or some shit just to sit and relax. This is kind of wild to me. And then you try to get in here and just get emotion. You just like, what you see is what you get. So, in a way, I see things that most people are looking for. But when you're looking for something, you just want to pick up and just say, hey, this is the type of stuff that you want to hear, that Thursday Drills and, the politics of 2 weeks ago. I mean, that debate was just a shit show. I mean, Christie did very well. Tim Scott, he's gonna be Tim Scott, typical. Sound like established like guys, with them three in the middle are just disgusting. I'm talking about Nikki Haley and Ramsaway or whatever his name is, but he's from Ohio, crying like a little bitch, and they passed those two laws, the weed and the abortion. To me, those are irrelevant topics all the time. And then you got DeSantis being a fraud ass conservative. A lot of people try to say he's conservative. No, he's not. He's liberal. He way worse than Trump. He got a lot. There's a lot of dirt on him right now as we speak. And y'all think he gonna be the next president? Stop it. The man's broke. They know, the establishment know who's gonna come out of the Republican Party. So Duke the Don don't know what he's talking about. Republicans are not conservative, man. Y'all need to get off that slow shit. Anybody that talks like that is slow. They don't know nothing about politics. They don't study politics. See, guys that built their platform arguing with people, you ain't got no content, bro. You don't know what the hell you talking about with politics. Always trying to say Russia's got this power. They're not as powerful as you think, dummy. You sound like a dummy. You can't play both sides of the middle all the time. It's no shot at him. I just hate individuals like that. If you're gonna make content, make it about real shit. My criticism is Destiny cannot debate. Like I said, Destiny is the best. He's not the best. He's garbage. He's a sorry ass liberal. He's not even a moderate. Anybody call that man a moderate is fucking retarded. Okay? The man is dumb. He got bodied by several people. He is not the best debater. Trust me. Nobody likes Destiny like that. No. He could even he's decent, but is he smart? Hell no. He's smart on some things, but he's still an idiot. He lost. Yeah, he body Angry Man on other issues, but that don't make him the smartest one. He ain't debate nobody. You bait somebody that don't even understand the reality of things, but that don't make him better than me. I ain't gonna waste a debate with him because Destiny's an idiot. He don't know everything. He's taking talking points from mainstream media. That don't make you credible. That don't make him credible. You know what I'm saying? What makes me credible? I do research. I don't argue with people. Once I have research in my hand, I bring the facts out. I'll destroy you. I run around circles on these niggas. I don't have to argue with dumb niggas on here. I don't. I did that already earlier. This channel when it was created, I did that already. I don't have to argue with people on panels and to prove my point. Because y'all niggas ain't about that debate life. Y'all not. Y'all bitch made and retarded. Y'all don't read. I read all the time. I get the most hate based off my content. And that's what it is. So cut it out. Cut it out. And that's the type of stuff that I'm talking about. Like, you see the things, you see what's going on. Y'all act like that don't exist. It exists all the time. But when people discredit you, I always shut them up at the end. Always shut them up at the end. I don't know what it is when I shut them up at the end because I'm always going to be right on certain things. But I'm not bragging about say I told you so. I've been told you so that people gonna do what they're gonna do. It's just what it is. Like I study what YouTube is about and how they look at politics, and y'all look at it wrong. I do the extra research and do it. I just don't complain about the system because I already know it's corrupt. Y'all not gonna do nothing. It's designed that way. I just watched Joe Button 2 weeks ago. He talked about math about deals and things like that. That stuff is real. You're on a hamster wheel and don't even realize it. It wants you to fail. It's designed that way. It's designed that way. It's designed that way. It's designed that way. And you gotta look at what's what, man. We can't argue with the facts. You can't argue with nothing. You act like this is a game over here, but it's not. I know people. The post got them so riled up. Let me tell you something about YouTube. There's a lot of shields on YouTube that shield for certain governments. And I'm convinced. I mean, Duke Don be shilling for the wrong people, but that's shilling behavior. He's trying to say, "How I'm a shield?" I say, "You can be. You're not a real shield. You're a semi shield that tries to be um something that you ain't." He said, "The end of Zerka." I think I seen that. He has a lot of stuff like that, but it just goes to show you where he's at. It is what it is, bro. Y'all can't tell me about what's going on. And a lot of people just don't understand. A lot of people don't understand. And then when you sign your publishing away, you just go crazy with it. But you gotta understand that's how the world works. And people gonna sign dumb stuff all the time. But you gotta understand that that's how the people roll. I understand why people just get mad and focus on the wrong stuff. It is what it is. It is what it is. And I'm not just saying that to be cruel. We just know what it takes. And that's what you look for. But I was pausing for a minute because I was just distracted by other things. But you know how the game goes. It goes like that. It goes like that. But when people get caught up on madness and they get greedy, they know things is different. But yeah, Thursday Thrills to me, when I designed this project, or whatever you want to call it, long cast, podcast, wherever it is, I decided this during the pandemic days, and I felt like it's a Thrilling Thursday. You have a Thursday talk, a little bit semi show, whatever. Just talk about various things like, current events, sports, what's happening, survival. Then this war popped off, man. I talk a little bit about it on here. It's a theme, but it's going to be out of my theme real soon because I'm not going to talk about it too much because I already know that's prophecy and things like that. People get caught up on that and they expect me to just go crazy with Esau. I done did that already. I did that in the early days of this channel. Like I'm really sticking to current events and what's common, what's going on in there, and who's going crazy. I talk about a lot of things, but I stick to it and I also stick to the sports and see what I'm watching. But the battle rap thing, I'm really focused on that. Now the filthy sex, you already know Zip got that. Zip got that. Ten Toes has been exposed as police, and it's a lot of shields and feds and police working to get on the internet. Just be careful who you argue with. They backed by somebody, and just don't deal with them. Don't deal with them because all it's going to do is going to create more problems. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to understand that that's the type of stuff that they're on. They're on that type of stuff because they know it's a problem. But when you rule that problem, you understand that problem. So a lot of times people just get caught up on the wrong things and they expect people to just to be a certain way. When you're dealing with content creation, you got to learn to pick your battles wisely and wherever. I play chess with these niggas, man. Like even in the chat rooms, comment sections, I'm very selective what I've done. I've done a whole lot of thinking, but it gets to the point what I need is best and what's most. So I'm really very, very, very surgical with this shit all the time. Like he likes to say, I'm surgical with this shit. I've been very surgical. I use the word, I've been very surgical with this shit. Stay out of the way. Cause that's what I do. I ain't trying to argue with clowns on here because these clowns ain't been in it longer than me. Been on here a long time. You think that's gonna stop me? And that's just how it is, man. But you get that motion, you be like, yeah, it's crazy. People just talk about crazy things and you just get caught up and live streaming about a lot. People just gonna get that motion. But yeah, I was on old boy's channel for a minute from the spring and that whole year, bouncing around, being on live streams and doing content. He came on mines and we did it straight. But if you saw the heavy hitter streams, you already know who's who, those individuals. Yeah, I did content with those guys and they was hitting it at the time, and that's it. If I get another heavy hitter on there, it's gonna be huge. That's gonna be my playlist. The heavy hitters, and we just do streams like that. We set that off. But you understand what is popping in certain spaces. But then you get the biggest heavy hitters, that's when you get noticed. But see, I've been doing this for a long time. Like I've been doing pre-recorded content for years and getting views like that. Like I said, he ain't get a million views. I ain't trying to get a million views on this site. I'm not. Other sites probably will. But y'all ain't messing with me on Instagram or Twitter, known as formerly X. I don't put that out. I don't put that information out because I have a certain content that I like, and I don't post a lot like I used to. I'm just there to be in the comments and just chilling in the cut on those two platforms. That's all I do on there. Now, if I had other places like Rumble, I'm just chilling the cut on there. I ain't really dropping no content over there soon unless they change the format, and then I will drop some content. You already know I'm gonna be over there like 24/7 because I can't do that on YouTube no more because YouTube is fading out. You know, people are doing different things. I'm doing pre-recorded content. I'm just gonna drop content here and here, and if you like it, that's it. If you don't, boom, you already know what time it is. But this platform is what it is, man. They over there worrying about the war. Now I'm talking about it even more. It just goes to show you that you see things from that angle. Everybody asks me, "Is this StreamYards?" I said, "No, this is Restream. You can do it and then just stream it and just like that's it." But you know, it's time consuming, and then it's like the mandates and things like that. So you expect people to just act crazy. Marcus Red, and you know, I'm just looking at this for a minute on platforms, and you know, just getting the motion. What's she talking about? Yeah. And they talking about things like that. They say, "Oh, there's withdrawals for not speaking people." I don't have a lot of withdrawals and all that. I hate when people say, "Oh, I have withdrawals." I said, "I don't get withdrawals. Only time I get withdrawals is if I'm not doing certain things no more, like the multivitamins I take." It's crazy, man. Like people always have these withdrawals. I don't have withdrawals with that. I don't have withdrawals with that. I'm immune to shit. You know, it just goes to show you. But anyways, but that's the stuff that I'm seeing a lot on here. And then, you know, YouTube is a different dynamic now. Now since the Cynthia G is gone, you can't slander men no more. Now, the body cam videos do not help a lot of people. It does not help the police or civilians. It actually helps the courts and the DAs and hung juries. That's what they're designed to do because they want to use that tape that you played. The officer's got to stand there, do as he's told, don't get physically violent because he'll lose his job, or they'll terminate him and transfer him somewhere else, or he'd be out the force everywhere he goes. His reputation will tarnish him. You don't want that. I just told y'all a couple of Sunday dailies ago that if you see a job that's down here where I'm at, you know, in Cobb County, they looking for officers and they'll pay you $50,000. That's not a lot of money, by the way. That is not a whole lot of money. Because anytime when you have stuff like that, you understand that's the type of stuff that you're going to see. So in reality, you're just going to look at it for what it is. So for me looking at it like this, I understand where inflation is an issue in this country. And people get caught up in inflation modes, like inflation this, inflation that. It's crazy. Ah, la, 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 rah, 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 and then just go crazy. And it's just like, you know what I'm saying? And you just like looking at it like, okay, this is where inflation looks like. And I'm just like, and then you just like look at it like, okay. And just like, yeah. And I'm just like, hey, it's just crazy right now where the climate of America is and all that stuff. But you know, but that's how you got to look at it. And then you just like go crazy with it. And then you just like, hey, this is it, and then we're at it. And that's the stuff that you gotta look at. You gotta look at the big picture, what we're going through and all this other stuff, and then you just like, "Oh, okay." You gotta put the beats on them and all that stuff, you know? And then you just look at the big picture and you be like, "Okay." And then you just like I'm trying to figure out what to say in terms like these, but that's the stuff that I see online. You know, people have their own motives and agendas, but I'm looking at it like, I was trying to concentrate the game. Sorry about that. I was just bumfuzzled and slightly stuttering, but I'm trying to get my words together. But it just goes to show you, you got people talk about they want real content, but they don't know how to make it. Real content comes within. You got to expect things and expect more to change anybody and change everything. So when you look at reality, what is happening right now, a lot of things are changing. Yeah, that war kicked off, divided everybody in the content that you see today. It's not that very easy to see that big picture. It just goes to show you that this type of stuff that you see all the time. And notice in the video game industry, I know they answered Grand Theft Auto around this month in the fall. It's pretty interesting with the reveals and stuff. And then that's just how it just goes to show you. And then that's just how I got it. Yeah. What you hear the noise is, and then and then I'll just put that out there. But anyways, you heard that noise. I was just playing a game, so you know how it is. Gungrave Gore. It's a good game, and I think they had a 2004 hack and slash, and I was keeping on focus, and then just I was rambling, but I was playing the game, talking, and try to master it. It's easy to do. I've done it before. It's just goes crazy with it. But on my mind, it's like we have content creators like the filthy section, which most people call it the dirty section. The North said it right. It was the filthy section. Told Mav Hoffa, or some people say Vlad Hoffa, just to tease with him and troll him. You're gonna get that. You're gonna get that a lot because what type of YouTuber are you is gonna expose who you are. So you gotta understand this is the type of stuff that you got to get into to be mindful what's going to happen. Now I know it's 2 something right now, and I'm gonna end this in 50 minutes. So it's just got time. I ain't got a whole lot to say on Thursday Thrills, but and this is a recording. Y'all enjoy it. This is different than the hour live streams. Now Thursday Thrills are multiple hours, is the 1 hour to 10-hour live streams. Because in the beginning it was an hour live streams of different hours, right? Then recently from Thursday Thrill, I told you 60, it's gonna be our live stream standard because it's a little different because nobody messes with me like that no more because we're out of the pandemic. Now we're doing this. This is just a concept that we talk about current events and why people are affected by it online, and you see people trending topics. I hate trends. I don't follow trends. The trend is dumb. They'll follow anything that sticks with them. But in politics, they have the same trend. They don't change. It's all programming by Shields. Shields dictate what they say in the comment section, live streams, you name it, 24/7 live streams, like news, like, like RT, for example, you have a lot of shields in the chat room. You have a lot of shields on Al Jazeera. You got a lot of shields in fixed news, known as Fox News, right? And CNN, of course, a lot of shields there. You got a lot of shields in MSNBC. You got a lot of shields, Sky News in Britain. You got a lot of shields in the BBC in Britain. You got a lot of shields in France 24. And I just said Al Jazeera and the rest. They're no different. That's what you got. Independent news is individualism. Like a lot of independent news, like Kim Iverson, she got some couple of shields in her chat room, but they all there. Then you got some that ain't shields. She's got a mix of both. Be careful of that. But there's good content creators out there that does news. They just keep it separate. But when you're competing with independent news sources, news from different countries and all that, it becomes a problem. Because journalism it's not what it is. Like I said, protect journalism. Ain't no journalism. It's war. Because when you're trying to journal, you're writing something down and you're in it. So it's hard to place yourself what's going on right now. And then the war is just getting started. It's really a death trap what's going on right now, because this whole month they done took 2 months of this. They already took the 7th of last month. Now they took the 7th of November. That equals 1 month. They done almost took 2 months of this, and then next month they probably gonna talk until during Christmas. Ain't they? That's what's on the news now. People don't want to hear that. That's designed for 2024 election. Life said ain't gonna be no election. Yes, it is. This war. U.S. wants to maintain that so they can make money off of it, like they do with Ukraine. They're trying to finesse these people. Well, actually, they're not finessing the fake state that they created, but we ain't gonna get into that. I ain't gonna get into that because I'm not talking about Esau because he's irrelevant. He's being exposed as we speak, and ain't nobody messing with him right now. They try to say anti-Semitic. They've been anti-Semitic to the true chosen of people of Yah, Israel, for years, but Esau likes to lie all the time. But we ain't gonna get into that. Y'all already know the history of me and them people. And my boys, we took care of that in the early stages of the internet. But they keep getting exposed at the exposed. Keep talking about it. But y'all have to understand, this is the type of stuff that I talk about online. I could have talked about that in the so-called manosphere space. They lame niggas. They talk about vagina 24/7. That's what killed it. I saw this years ago. Sergeant Willie P had a balance. Yeah, he talked about it, but he had a balance of economics, all that stuff. But once they started talking about the sexual shit, and when they came in 2015, that's when it died. It died. The first manosphere was great. The second manosphere was not great. They ruined it. They ruined the whole thing. I didn't know who these niggas were. I knew who they were in the beginning. They wasn't shit. But then I realized who's who. In 2019, I know who's who in 2019. In 2020, I had to see it for myself, and I saw the pre-records. And then when I saw the live streams around April, that's where I really got entrenched with it, because I was a part of it years ago as a follower of Sarge and all them guys. But then understand what's going on. What changed when Trump and Biden got involved in the politics. We had fallouts. I had a fallout with a certain individual. Y'all know who he is. He called himself I am fantastic, or Mr. Fitnelli himself. Mr. Fitnall, man. That dude's a clown. Ain't nobody listen to that nigga. He said he get into it. It don't mean nothing. He's a fuck nigga. Nobody likes that nigga. He's over in panels because he's fucking with Lapeef and all these other loser ass niggas, bro. Like I said, I wish that man well. I say I don't give a fuck about that man. I lost half of the subscribers because of the shit of certain individuals want to dictate people's channels. I cut that nigga off. Watch him from a distance. Took my moderation like a hoe. But what did I do? I took his. It was tit for tat. He could say I'm a hoe for that, but I'm not a hoe for that. He's the hoe the whole time. So that don't make me a hoe. What it makes you the whole time. I was trolling that nigga. But yeah, I was on his platform and learn about his content, how he move and ask questions, and I fall back and I see what he was about. Until he made that mistake, try to cross me, I ain't looking for fallouts. I just know who you are, what you're about, who's consistent with me. If you're not loyal, you're not loyal. I don't have to be loyal to any nigga that ain't really about that. You be saying some slick shit every now and then on panels. I caught what you say, nigga, but you're not about that. You pussy in real life. Nobody likes your ass either. That's why Mr. Fitnelli used to punk your ass in 2020. Three syllables never did that. I was laughing at him when he tried to came at me in March. He said, "We got that. That don't mean nothing. Who cares? That news. That dude's weak. That dude's a sissy, man. Like I could have said the other word, but I'm reframing myself. I'm catching myself. Who gives a fuck about a derelict nigga from Mississippi, man? Ain't got no minds. Hell, he was simping for pics for Irene Levette. But we ain't gonna get into that. That's a whole nother story. But he was on that. But yeah, specialty information on that. But fuck that nigga, man. Fuck all them niggas. It is what it is. They don't come on my shit and just support. No, because these niggas been fake since the whole time. I saw this. And shouts to the APTV exposing these niggas, man, because these niggas been fake the whole time. Now, some have come on my platforms on live streams, yeah, but they never fully support in the start of my shit. It was always been Sheed and APTV. It's always been them niggas because I've had them since day one in 2021. I'm talking about in the beginning. I'm talking about in the spring of 2021. Not in the summer, but in the spring 21. See, these niggas came on when I got hotter doing streams and not bothering nobody. Once I brought the other individuals, they got emotional. That's what happened. And that's a fact. And I carry that fucking channel. What's his channel do? He ain't getting no views like that. I know I ain't getting much either, so we're even. Who cares about views? Views come in time. Mine don't appreciate, dummy. It's the website I don't fuck with. I just treat it what it is and just say my content, say my piece, and then move on. And talk about something totally different. It's a different format now. You can say what you want. I just don't go ballistic like I used to because I refrain for certain things and I move differently. But you dudes ain't really about that. See, Thirsty Thrills talks about vast of things. Man, it's crazy. Not reframing from that. It's crazy. It's crazy. And they hit you with a stupid algorithm strike. You know what it is? I'm not monetized on here. If I was monetized on here, I'm not hurting like that. I got money. I don't need the money on here. No. It's not what it's about. But you got niggas thinking money's everything on YouTube. No, it ain't. It ain't good money either. Because you're getting ripped off every day. I'll tell you about yourselves. Y'all ain't really about it. But y'all get caught up in it. But see, I had to address that part in here too, because this is Thursday. This is Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving is my least favorite holiday. I don't care for this holiday. I don't like it. Okay. It's one of the least favorite holidays of all time because a lot of division. Families don't like each other. They in different houses. I saw this growing up as a kid. Growing up, you know, families did come together one time. I was a child, brainwashed into that. Saw it as a teenager, and everybody's got their own lives and all this stuff. Didn't want to say hi to grandma, you know, when she was older, getting sick, whatever. They didn't want to do that. It was on my father's side of the family and my mother's side of the family. It was trash. Thanksgiving was a wash to me. I never enjoyed Thanksgiving. Each year, I never enjoy it. Even if I did, I still didn't enjoy Thanksgiving. I mean, the only thing good about it, most people say, is the food. Yeah, it's always gonna be the food, but the family time and all that, it's dead. And shouts out to A Verb for saying family never matters, and he's right. It's a concept that matters, but family never matters. They know what it is, bruh. They know what it is with me over here. You can't tell me what's wrong, what's about to happen. Y'all can't tell me about that shit. Because there's concepts and principles to this shit. But you niggas forget. This is YouTube. Anything can happen. People go and every day. Yeah, channels disappeared. False flagging. YouTube's tired of that because they don't want to be arguing back and forth with people. But sometimes the channel never disappears. But if that person's not recording, something happened to them. And we ain't gonna get graphic on here. Like we're gonna document because you got a lot of shields and police officers and agents on here. And that's why I try to tell you, stay away from these motherfuckers, man. They try to say, We police. No, y'all niggas the police. Fuck out of here. Y'all bitch made. I seen this. And I'm not mad. I mean, I know what y'all are. Y'all police. Y'all some police niggas. And I'm not saying the ones I used to fuck with. It's the vast majority of you niggas that follow 10 toes. Y'all police niggas. I get it. I respect it, but I'm not a police lover. Be careful what you wish for. They don't love you like that. Be careful what you wish for. They don't love you like that. Because if they love you like that, you wouldn't be in motion like that. Let me tell you something about police niggas, man. They always think they better than somebody. But when soon as gets tired of their ass, it's over. Like, just be careful, man, because we're in wartime or supposed ally. Just be careful who you talking to. That's all. That's all. That's all. Just be careful who you talking to. That's all. I'm not beefing on nobody. No. You niggas ain't worth that. Y'all niggas ain't worth that. Y'all ain't worth the trouble. You know how many times people worry about me a lot and then talk shit, and I'm living their head rent free. I don't even, they don't live in my head rent free. I use subliminals on their asses and clown them. It's not even worth that. You gotta understand. I'm the type of dude that I will forget about you for years and not acknowledge you ever again. Just throw shots at you as you're nothing. That's how I get down over here. Because once the years go by and then I stop messing with you, once I stop messing with you, you're a joke to me now. I keep it like that. That's how I roll on YouTube. I've done this way since the beginning of this channel. Prior to that, I was on different shit on my old channel because I was trying to get into the entertainment and then do the thing, do the goofy shit. I had thoughts of get 1 million subscribers one day. They changed the format around 2008 and then they tried to change it again. But 2012, it was ruined. Ever since I got popped, I wasn't the same after that because I lost my channel over nothing. But this time I'm not because I took a different direction and kept the same for 11 years. I have not stopped. Been on this thing for a long time. Yeah, it's a lot of frequency. You can't really say much no more because this ain't the platform to do things. It's a platform to destroy individuals. I've seen it all the time. People come and go. It's a lot of things to talk about on YouTube, but yeah, it's a lot of content to talk about. But why would I want to share it? But nobody's going to win that. Like I said, you can't carry an audience like that. Well, I pre-record. I started out pre-recording. Live streams was just a thing that I did. But you niggas get caught up on some dumb shit and then act like I'm gonna do something. You know what I mean? I'm not one of these channels, man. I'm not one of these channels. I'm not one of these channels. I see people for who they are. I saw this 2 years ago. I thought these people were gonna be all right, but then I said to myself, no, I'm gonna get stabbed in the back because I predict this. This happens all the time. Once you get something and then you graduate, then they come over. Yeah, I had a room and all that stuff until people change. I see the pattern. That's why people don't fuck with each other. It's you niggas. I'm good. They said Zip's not gonna be part of that page. That's what Ten Toes said. That's a lie. If he gets doing podcasts, yeah, he'll be up there. He'll get away from the nigga shit. He know how to do that. He had a pass. Just stop talking about 10. But I think Zip is stop talking about 10 because he know Tim's a sucker. He's going on podcast doing this thing. Because Tim lost. He ain't going nowhere. He want to start over and do some different shit. That nigga ain't gonna do shit. He's a clown. He's a fucking clown. Is Gully TV going somewhere? Yes, he's got a podcast. He's on Spotify. He ain't beefing with these niggas. Gully's on fire. Zip's on fire. As long as he stay with Gully and him, they'll be on fire. Period. That police nigga, what's his name? 10 Toes ain't going nowhere. He's a police nigga. Google and YouTube know what he is. They know his background. He's police. He's an agent. He's a shield. A shield will do anything. They everywhere. That's why I don't say nothing to shields. I don't fuck with them. They reach out, they can go fuck themselves. I'm not a part of that game. I got my own game over here. It's called the Evergreen Kingdom. Or should I say Emerald Kingdom over here? I got that on deck over here. The Emerald Kingdom is my kingdom, my domain. See the green arches, pastures of the Holy Land. Everything just be marble floors and mysterious dominance. That's what I'm about. Anyways, y'all have a nice day on this Thanksgiving edition, Thursday Thrills, the 84th edition. And I am so sick and tired of these niggas, man. Y'all do y'all content, just be safe. It's over, cease to exist. Evergreen content is here to stay, and it's always going to be here to stay, and it's always standard on this platform. Yes, it got trash over the years. It ain't perfect. It's over, but you got to do pre-recorded content. That's their thing. That's their model. Let's keep it that. Live streams is for something that if you want to talk about various things, you got to mix it up. You can't say one thing. You got to, that's how you get away with that. So with that, until next time, shalom to the people of Israel, of course. Shalom to the Gentiles as well as y'all guests. Shalom to y'all as well. Until next time, I'm signing off and I'm out.